Hi everyone, this is Alan from Alpus Group, and I'm going to talk to you today about a very exciting investment proposal and potential development site which we have as our agency for a site in the Okovengo Delta in Botswana. I've got a video which I've added to our advertising about the site, which you can see when you look on the video. You see the extent of the countryside here. I mean, it's a massive site and suitable for subdivision and development for tourism and including hotel and associated retail and restaurant type developments. There's an airstrip nearby for access, and you can see some of the boats which are used for taking tourists out in the Okovengo Delta. In the photograph on the right-hand side, there are a few more photographs here of the countryside, the riverscape, and it's a mind-blowing environment. It's a absolutely super investment and development site, and it's a sort of very rare thing to come across such a superb site on the open market. So what is the site? There are two properties, the first of which is located 300 kilometers away from the town of Morn, right in the heart of the Okovengo Delta in a place called Ikuga. The gross area is 90,000 square meters. It's populated with tropical plants, birds, lots of wildlife within the property, right next to the Guma Lagoon. There are a few safari campsites around in the area. Mostly transportation is boat cruises and game drives. There's a road also available. The selling price for property 1 is $200,000 US dollars. Property 2, second property, is also in the heart of the Okovengo Delta in Ikuga, 300 kilometers away from Morn. This plot consists of 100,000 square meters and is populated with similar types of tropical plants and wildlife. It's right next to the Okovengo River floodplains, which is good for the tourism business. And the selling price for property 2 is 200,000 US dollars. The current assets for sale are as described previously, and I'll just run through the classification of the area. It's an area suitable for leisure travelers. It's good for tourism business because of the wildlife there, the river, the lagoons, the streams attract wildlife. It increases the value of the land, and the resources are all also available in the area. It's always green and beautiful. There are thousands of tourists flood to the area, and also local people use it for leisure. So the characteristics of the site: development around the area, campsites, bus stops, clinics available in the areas, schools in Ikuga with electricity and water available. The land there is evergreen. The plots are town-approved layout, and the shape of the 3 plots are rectangular shape. Electricity and water are available, and roads for transport in Ikuga. And the location on the map, the 2 plots are to be seen in the town of Ikuga, close to the right next to the river plains of the delta. Once you express interest and show proof of funds, then we can arrange for a site visit to have a look at this beautiful development site. The strategy for the development is to exploit a gap in the market. The Okovengo Delta is known for its beautiful wildlife area, so that what we suggest is done is so join together the lands, the 2 properties, making a total area of 190,000 square meters. It's enough to create a resort that can feature the safari wildlife theme and create an African feel to it. An oasis in the middle of the safari would make it different and unique. Picture elephants passing through beach sand while the sun's setting, you can imagine the sort of photographic opportunities there would be for tourists viewing the wildlife there adjacent to the resort. There are lots of opportunities for expression of the imagination of the investor and developer, and I can only suggest that you could have a look at the site, see what the potential is, and have a discussion with us about its purchase. It's a very rare opportunity to get such a fantastic site in a world-class resort, basically unspoiled land right in the middle of a wildlife paradise. So the division of the properties and the construction of a resort, both properties can be divided into 1,000 square metre sections within their overall areas and be sold individually fenced, electricity be drawn from the nearest town. Construction of a resort would cost $10 million in either of the properties. So this is really subject to design development and further investigation, but it's suggested that the return on the investment could be significant even after taking the costs of development and subdivision into account. So I can only recommend that you get in touch with us, any interested property investors, schedule a call with me, that's Alan on calendly.com/AlanJE, and have a discussion about this fantastic opportunity.